Have you ever stepped back from your garden bed after a satisfying afternoon of planting tomatoes or trimming hedges, only to feel that nagging stiffness creep into your lower back and legs? It's a common tale for us folks over 50 who love getting our hands dirty in the yard. But imagine unlocking a secret that turns that post-gardening soreness into pure relief in just 5 short minutes. Curious? You're in the right place today. We're diving into a gentle stretching routine designed specifically for after those outdoor chores. This isn't just any stretch. It's packed with moves that target the spots gardening hits hardest, and by the end, you'll wonder why you haven't made it a habit sooner. Let's explore how this quick ritual can transform your recovery, backed by solid insights from health experts, and I'll share some personal tips from my weekends in the backyard. Before we jump into the stretches, let's talk about why this matters, especially as we get a bit older. Gardening is a fantastic exercise site, gets us moving, breathing fresh air, and connecting with nature, which studies from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, show can lower stress and boost heart health. But all that bending, squatting, and reaching can lead to muscle tightness and even minor strains if we don't unwind properly. According to Harvard Health Publishing, regular stretching improves flexibility, enhances blood flow to tired muscles, and reduces the risk of injury by up to 30% in activities like gardening. Plus, a report from the American College of Sports Medicine emphasizes that even brief cool-down stretches can help prevent soreness the next day, making it easier to enjoy hobbies without downtime. In my experience, after years of maintaining a vegetable patch in my suburban backyard here in the Midwest, skipping stretches left me hobbling around the kitchen the evening after. But incorporating this routine, it's like hitting a reset button. Me energy rebounds, and I'm back out there sooner. If you've got arthritis or joint concerns, which affect over half of Americans over 50, per the Arthritis Foundation, these gentle moves can provide relief without strain. Remember, always check with your doctor before starting new routines, especially if you have existing conditions. Now, let's get to the good stuff. This 5-minute routine includes 10 simple stretches, each held for about 30 seconds. No equipment needed, just a comfortable spot like your patio or living room floor. We'll flow through them continuously for maximum efficiency. I'll describe each one step by step, explain the benefits, and toss in some real-life tips tailored to our American lifestyles, like how it fits right after watering the lawn or before grabbing a cold iced tea. Breathe deeply through your nose and out through your mouth during each hold. It oxygenates your muscles and calms the mind, as recommended by the Mayo Clinic for optimal relaxation. If something feels too intense, ease up. This is about feeling good, not pushing limits. First up, let's start with a triceps and shoulder stretch to loosen those arms after all that digging and pruning. Stand tall with your feet shoulder-width apart, like you're surveying your freshly weeded flower bed. Reach your right arm overhead, bend it at the elbow, and use your left hand to gently pull your right elbow behind your head until you feel a mild pull in the back of your upper arm. Hold for 30 seconds. This targets the triceps, which get worked hard from tools like shovels or rakes. Personally, after a session with my wheelbarrow full of mulch, this move feels like a mini massage. Research from the Journal of Physical Therapy Science shows it improves shoulder mobility, crucial for overhead tasks in gardening. Switch to the left arm for another 30 seconds. Notice how your posture straightens. Tip: if you're in a sunny spot, do this facing your garden to admire your work while stretching. It adds a positive vibe to the end of your chore time. Next, we'll ease into a quad stretch for those thighs that bear the brunt of squatting to plant seeds or pull weeds. Balance on your left leg, hold onto a sturdy chair or your garden fence if needed for stability, which is smart for us over 50 to avoid falls, as per guidelines from the National Institute on Aging. Bend your right knee, bringing your heel toward your buttock, and grasp your ankle with your right hand. Gently pull until you feel the front of your thigh stretch, keeping your knees close together. Hold for 30 seconds. Gardening often tightens the quads from all that up and down motion, and this counteracts it beautifully. A study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that quad stretches reduce knee strain by improving muscle balance. From my routine after tending to my herb garden, I find it prevents that wobbly feeling when standing up from kneeling. Switch to the left leg for 30 seconds. Pro tip: if you're dealing with knee issues common in older adults, like osteoarthritis affecting 33 million Americans according to the CDC, Keep the pull light and focus on alignment. Imagine drawing your tailbone down to protect your lower back. Moving on to a chest opener, perfect for countering the hunched posture from leaning over garden beds. Stand with your feet apart, clasp your hands behind your back, and straighten your arms while lifting your chest upward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together gently, holding for 30 seconds. Feel that expansion across your chest and shoulders? It's releasing tension built from hours of forward-reaching tasks like weeding or harvesting veggies. The American Physical Therapy Association notes that chest openers enhance posture and breathing capacity, which can be affected by age-related changes. In my backyard escapades, this stretch has been a game-changer after pushing a lawnmower or carrying pots. It leaves me standing taller and breathing easier. Add a personal twist. Roll your shoulders back a few times first to warm up, making it even more effective for daily life, like when you're driving to the local nursery for supplies. Now, let's transition to the floor for a child's pose variation to soothe your back gardening's biggest victim. Kneel on a soft mat or towel. Your knees will thank you. Sit back on your heels and fold forward, extending your arms out in front. Let your forehead rest toward the ground if comfortable, holding for 30 seconds. This decompresses the spine and stretches the back muscles strained from bending to plant or hoe. Evidence from Spine Journal research indicates it alleviates lower back pain, a complaint for 80% of adults over 50 per the National Institutes of Health. I've used this after a long day battling invasive vines in my fence line, and it melts away that tightness like nothing else. For a real-life hack, if you're outdoors, do it on the grass. Connecting with the earth you just tended adds a grounding element, much like mindfulness practices endorsed by the American Psychological Association for stress relief. Follow that with a forward fold to target your hamstrings and calves, which tighten from standing and lunging in the garden. From standing, hinge at your hips with a slight bend in your knees, key for protecting your back, especially if you've got sciatica, affecting 40% of older Americans as per Mayo Clinic stats, and let your upper body hang down. Reach toward your toes or shins, holding for 30 seconds. Keep your back as straight as possible initially, then relax into it. This elongates the posterior chain, improving flexibility for tasks like squatting to check soil moisture. A meta-analysis in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy confirms it reduces hamstring injuries by enhancing range of motion. Personally, after hauling bags of fertilizer around my yard, this stretch prevents cramps that used to hit me later. Tip: if hamstrings are super tight from years of less active winters, use a garden stool to prop your hands on for support. It's a practical adaptation for suburban gardeners like us. Let's open up those shoulders more with an arm across body stretch. Bring your right arm across your chest, using your left hand to gently pull it closer, holding at the elbow for 30 seconds. Switch sides. This releases deltoid tension from repetitive motions like clipping branches or spreading mulch. The Orthopedic Journal of Sports Medicine highlights its role in preventing shoulder impingement, common in manual activities. In my experience, after a pruning session on my apple tree, this keeps my arms limber for everyday tasks like carrying groceries from the car. Now for a spinal twist to unwind your core after twisting to reach tools or turn soil. Sit on the floor with legs extended, bend your right knee, and cross it over your left leg. Twist your torso to the right, using your left elbow against your right thigh for leverage, holding for 30 seconds. Look over your shoulder. This mobilizes the spine and obliques, easing twists from gardening motions. Studies from the International Journal of Yoga show twists improve digestion and reduce back stiffness. I found it invaluable after rotating to water hanging baskets. It realigns everything. Switch sides for 30 seconds. Real-world advice. If you're postmenopausal, like many women over 50, this can help with hormone-related back tension, as noted in Women's Health Initiative findings. We'll wrap the sequence with a gentle neck stretch. Sit or stand comfortably. Tilt your head to the right, bringing your ear toward your shoulder, and use your right hand to add light pressure on the left side of your head. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch. This relieves neck strain from looking down at plants or up at trellises. The American Chiropractic Association reports that it cuts headache risk by improving cervical alignment. After gazing at my blooming perennials, this prevents that nagging crick. Tip: combine with slow head rolls for extra flow, but keep it gentle to avoid dizziness, a concern for older adults per CDC balance guidelines. And there you have it, hats, your complete 5-minute post-gardening stretch routine. By now, you should feel looser, more energized, and ready to tackle whatever comes next, whether it's firing up the grill for a family barbecue or just relaxing on the porch with a book. Incorporating this regularly has not only kept my garden game strong, but also supported my overall well-being as I navigate life in my 60s. Remember, consistency is key. Aim to do it after every session, and pair it with hydration and a balanced diet rich in anti-inflammatory foods like berries from your harvest, as suggested by the USDA's My Plate guidelines for seniors. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your biggest health challenge right now? Maybe something like joint pain or fatigue after yard work. Share your thoughts on how this routine might help, or suggest a condition or treatment you'd like us to cover next, like managing arthritis naturally or tips for better sleep. Your input shapes our content, so take a stand. Do you believe stretching is underrated for active seniors? Let's discuss and build a community of healthy, happy gardeners. If this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe for more tailored tips, and share with a fellow green thumb. Thanks for watching. Stay flexible and keep growing.